You send over some really interesting stuff about communication styles.
Yeah.
And we're going to kind of zero in on being assertive, what that means, how to do it, what the benefits are.
Sounds good.
So yeah, we've got passive aggressive, and assertive as our 4 main styles.
Right.
But we want to hit that assertive sweet spot.
For sure.
So just to give everybody listening a picture of what this looks like, let's say you're out at a restaurant and they totally mess up your order.
Okay.
If you're passive, you're just going to eat it and be unhappy about it.
Right.
You're not going to make a fuss.
Right.
If you're passive aggressive, you might complain to your friend, but not say anything to the waiter.
Yeah.
And then leave a bad review online.
Yeah.
If you're aggressive, you're going to be yelling at the waiter.
You'll know.
Demanding a free meal. But if you're assertive, you'll just politely explain the situation and ask for it to be fixed.
Yeah.
No drama, just a solution. So I'm already kind of seeing how this could play out in different areas of life.
Oh, yeah.
Like even just planning something with friends. If you're passive, you're just going to go with the flow.
Absolutely.
Even if you don't really want to do what everybody else wants to do.
Yeah.
If you're passive aggressive, you might say that you're fine with anything, but secretly you're fuming.
Right, right.
Or if you're aggressive, you'd be like, we're doing this, and that's it.
Yeah.
But assertive is like you voice your opinion, but you're also open to hearing what other people want to do.
Exactly. You find that compromise.
So why is it such a big deal to understand all these different styles?
Well, what's really interesting is that it impacts like every part of your life. Relationships, how you do at work, how you feel mentally and emotionally. And we're focusing on assertive communication, but it really is about finding that balance. So you can express yourself, but also be considerate.
Right.
So it's about the nuances of just communicating well in general.
So let's break down assertiveness a little bit more. The material that you sent over said that somebody who's assertive speaks clearly, respects their own needs, and the needs of others, shares their thoughts and feelings politely, and stands up for themselves without being rude.
Yeah, that's a really good summary.
So in like the real world, what makes this the most effective style?
So like we were saying, it's really about finding that middle ground. You don't want to be passive where people kind of walk all over you, but you also don't want to be aggressive and steamrolling everybody.
Right.
So assertive is right in the middle. It's about respecting everybody involved.
Yeah.
It's not about winning or losing. It's about like a mutual respect for everyone's needs.
Okay, I get that it's about balance and respect, but what are like the actual benefits of being assertive? How would my life be better?
Oh, there are so many, and they honestly touch upon pretty much every aspect of your life. So first of all, your relationships would be better because assertive communication reduces misunderstandings, and it reduces the resentment that builds up when people don't feel heard. Also, there's the self-respect. You're standing up for yourself, but you're also respecting other people's boundaries.
Yeah.
And then there are the psychological benefits. Studies show that when you express your needs in a healthy way, it actually reduces your cortisol levels. That's your stress hormone.
Oh.
So you're not bottling things up. You're not constantly getting into conflicts that are unhealthy. And you end up being less stressed and anxious.
Wow. I didn't realize it would help with stress and anxiety too.
Oh, yeah.
Less stress, better relationships. Are there any other benefits?
Well, don't underestimate the power of influence. When you're assertive, you can actually express your opinions and your needs. And that usually leads to outcomes that you like better, both in your personal life and your professional life.
Right.
You're not just going with the flow. You're actually shaping things the way you want them to go.
This is all great. But what if you're somebody who's not naturally assertive? How do you learn to be more assertive?
You can definitely learn it. It's like learning a new language or playing an instrument. It's a skill you can develop.
So what are some tips?
The first thing is to practice saying no, but do it politely and firmly. Start with small things, like maybe declining an invitation that you're not really into. That'll help you build confidence over time.
Okay.
Another good one is to use I statements. So instead of saying, "you always interrupt me," you can say, "I feel frustrated when I'm interrupted."
Right.
That takes the focus off of blaming the other person, and it puts the focus on how you're feeling.
So say no and use I statements.
Exactly.
Anything else?
Yeah. For those really important conversations, you might want to prepare what you're going to say beforehand. That'll help you stay calm and focused. And pay attention to your body language. Make eye contact. Have good posture. Speak in a clear, steady voice. You want to be confident and respectful.
You know, this reminds me of, there was this one time I was working on a project with a colleague,
Oh, yeah.
and I was dreading having to have a conversation with them because I was constantly having my ideas overlooked. And it was really frustrating, and I just let it slide for way too long.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to use what we've been talking about.
Good for you.
So I sat down with them, and I prepared what I was going to say. And I used identification statements.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of nerve-wracking at first.
Yeah.
But I explained everything calmly and clearly.
And how did it go?
They actually listened to me, and we came up with a solution that worked for both of us.
That's great.
And the project went so much smoother after that.
Wow.
And I just felt like this huge weight had been lifted off of me.
I bet.
And it just showed me how much being assertive can really change things for the better.
That's a great example.
So to wrap up, assertiveness is about being clear and respectful in how you communicate. It's about taking your own needs into account, but also the needs of the person you're talking to. It's about being in the middle between passive and aggressive. And when you get good at it, you end up having better relationships, more self-respect, less stress, and you can even make situations turn out the way you want.
That's a great summary.
So what's the big takeaway here?
I think the big takeaway is that being assertive is something you work on over time. It's a journey. You just got to start small and practice, and you'll be amazed by how much it can improve your life.
That's awesome. So as you go about your week, think about one area where you can try being more assertive. It doesn't have to be something big. Even small steps can lead to big changes. Until next time.